Huh? 10. Christina guesses Judy had 10. That means Amy had 2 more. That'd be 12. But 10 plus 12 is 22. We want 12 show tickets. Good guess. Yeah? 8. Scarlett says 8. Amy would be 2 more. 10. 8 plus 10. Well, it can't be 8 and 4 because it has to be 2 more. It could be 8 and 6. Does that make sense? But even 8 plus 6 is 14. You're really, really close. Which one? 6. So if she had 6, 2 more would be 8. 6 plus 8 is 14. So close. 5 and 7, because that'd be 2 more. 5 plus 7 is 12. Boom. Okay, so the strategy I used was guessing and checking. I could have went through there's only scenarios that there could possibly be, because Amy had 2 more, and it could be, well, I guess you can't go to 10. But anyway, there were only so many options. So complete sentence, I could say, Amy, or depending on who I want to talk about, Judy sold 5 tickets. And the other girl, I guess her name is Amy, seven tickets, right? 7. Yep. Complete sentence, capital letter, period. I like to box in my final answer. All right, so that's guessing and checking. Next, draw a picture. This is the one I struggle with because I'm not a good artist. But when you're doing it for yourself, it doesn't matter how good of a picture drawer you are, as long as it makes sense to you. So, a frog, or a frog, I'm sorry, I just can't. He's at the bottom of a 10-meter well. We all know what a well is. What's a well? It's a way to get water, right? So instead of turning on your faucet, like my dad has a well, but it's attached through his faucet, right? So each day, this frog climbs. Climbing means go up 3 meters. And then as he sleeps every night, he slides down 1 meter. On what day will he reach the top of the well and escape? In other words, so he's starting out at 0, right? Let me think of how I want to draw this picture. And our question is, on what day will he reach the top? There's not one answer here. Well, there's one answer, but there's not one picture. So let's say day 1. Day 1, he went up 3 meters and then went down 1. Correct? And you could draw a frog and stuff. You could count this as a picture. But after day 1, where's he at? 2 meters, right? Because he went up, fell asleep, fell back down 1. Day 2. He's just going to go up 3 meters, down 1. So he was at 2. He's going to go up 3. Now he's at 5. Fall back down 1. Now he's at 4 meters. Day 3. He's going to go up 3, down 1. Well, now he's at 4 meters. Poor frog. He's just trying to get out. He got stuck in the well. He's going to go up 3 meters. Now he's at 7. go back down 1, now he's at 6. Now this might be where you skip the picture taking and you flip to the strategy of find a pattern. See how it's going 2, 4, 6. Right? Day 4. And again, save time. Say this is the ACT, I'm going to stop drawing the picture. 2, 4. Inductive reasoning says that's going to be, when you go up 2, 8, you go down 1. I'm sorry, you go up 3, 9, go down 1, you're going to be at 8, right? And then finally, day 5, we'll be at 10 meters. So on what day, if they had talked about specific days of the week, I would list those. But counting days, I would say 5 days the frog will escape. And again, if you wanted to keep drawing the picture, you can. Okay. Make a list. Make a list and make a table are kind of the same thing. But making a list, this is kind of where you list out every possibility. You don't really need it organized. You just need to list it out. So we have 3 people: Mickey, Donald, and Goofy. Do we know who those people are? Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck, Goofy. I got to meet Mickey Mouse, and I got to meet Pluto, but I did not get to meet Donald Duck. I went to Disney World this last summer. Got to meet a lot of these people. They want to take a group picture. They're going on a road trip. Okay, group picture means all 3 together. That's key. And they never want to be standing in the same order in a picture. Well, that's goofy. How many different pictures can they take? One, I noticed that I could use mathematics. Mathematics says there's 3, and then times 2, and then take it times 1, which would be 6. If you understand permutations and combinations. Maybe you don't. So, I do notice that I can use M for Mickey, D for Donald, and G for Goofy. I don't want to list out their names. That takes more time. So the first one is in the order they already listed, MDG. When you have Donald, and then you have Goofy. What would be another one? MGD. So Mickey and Donald and Goofy just switch. Any others? DMG, Donald, Mickey, then Goofy. So like, see? So there's Mickey right there, right? Those are my 2 daughters. What other combinations are there? What'd you say? DGM. So Donald and then Goofy and Mickey flip. Any others? Here's Eeyore. I got a lot of good pictures. Okay, Eeyore is not one of these, but all I got a picture with is Mickey. Others? Oh, when Goofy's first, right? So Goofy, and what'd you say? GMD. And then finally Goofy, Donald, Mickey. So if you put 3 people together and they all want to take a group picture in all different arrangements where none are the same, That would be 6 arrangements. Now, I can see from here that's your work. That's a list. How many different pictures can they take? They can take, and I could even list out their names if I wanted to be more specific. They can take 6 unique pictures. Notice, making a list is different than making a table, but it's very, very similar. Table just means you have more than one thing to list out. Writing a number sequence. This is more mathematical. Football. So on football, every single Sunday, starting soon, football. And it's always the New England Patriots for some reason. So they made the following yardage on 7 consecutive plays against Buffalo. Consecutive means what? Consecutive. That means one. What was the total yardage given these yardage? Well, net would mean you figure out, this is kind of like spending money. You spent $3, you took away $2, in case you're not a football person. So we would have 3. And then we're going to take away 2. Now our net yardage is 1, right? 3 minus 2 is 1. And then they got 12. 1 plus 12 is 13. Now we're at 13 plus yards. Then they got 14 more yards. Well, now they're at 27. And then they took away 8. And I forgot what number I said just a second ago. 27. And 27 minus 8 is 19. Now they're at 19 net yardage. And then take away 2. They had a loss. Maybe they had a little running back that fell over. So now we're at 17. And then finally, they got 5 more yards. So that would all equal 22. That means after 7 plays, they got a total of 22 yards further away than they were before. Okay, so the Patriots total net yardage was 22 yards. And then they lost, went home with 22 net yards. That's all they got. Their season was 0-16. I don't like the Patriots. Logical reasoning, and this is probably the hardest to list your work. If you use logical reasoning, you're going to have to explain in your sentence a little bit more thoroughly. Reasoning is kind of like the puzzles, where you just kind of know the answer. So 38 numbers, I would say that's important, needs to be multiplied together. You notice that 19 of these numbers are negative. What can you say about a list of 38 numbers multiplied together? You notice that 19 of these are negative. So if 19 are negative, how many are positive? 19, correct? Because 19 plus 19 is... So if 19 are negative, what is 19 positive numbers multiplied together? This produces positive, right? A positive times a positive times a positive will always result in a positive negative. 19. Christina says negative. Do you agree with that? Because we would have 2 negatives make a positive, right? 2 make it positive, 2 make it positive. You don't have to draw it all out. I'm just trying to let you see what's in my head. So it'd be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. So far, negative times a negative, positive. Negative times a negative, positive. Negative times a negative, positive. But that's going to leave one number because 19 is odd. So we're going to end up with a negative number. So the final answer will be negative. And I see a lot of that on the ACT where they ask you like what quadrant or point would be in if they did this or that. And I don't know how to teach it besides just logical reasoning. Any questions on any of those strategies? Guess and check, draw a picture, make a list, write a number sentence. By the way, on your homework, you will probably have a strategy that would be best for that situation, but there are many ways to solve a problem. I could have put this in a table, right? I just have guessing and check, solve this mathematically using writing a number. So there's more than one way to solve. So today, you learn how to identify and use various problem-solving strategies. I could list out the strategy, and I could use my strategies. Anyone else in here 4? 3? And if you need help, remember, we have like 30 minutes of class left. That's what I'm here for, okay? Yes? 1 minute, please. Homework. Now, inductive versus deductive reasoning, I forgot to fill that out for you. We did that yesterday in class. It was due today. Most of you finished during class. That was one we graded yesterday, and I said take it home if you didn't finish. Well, that should be in my box. Remember, if it's late, it's 50% off. After a week, I don't want it. Now, today, problem solving, and that'll be due tomorrow. We're now at the end of the unit, and we will review next full class period, which is Thursday. We'll have the test on Friday.